What's up, guys? Here from Oxford, Mississippi. What a game. That's one of the best games I've seen covering the Razorbacks. Kevin McPherson from Hogville.net joining me. And I tell you what, you look at this, Arkansas with a 76-72 win, and they're down 11 in the second half. The way these guys are able to do this, the resilience of this team under Eric Musselman, it's something special.
Yeah, and you looked at it, they were down 8 with 7 minutes to go, and then they start making plays on the defensive end. That's kind of where it starts. Some block shots, steals, closing out on guys, and then on the other end, Isaiah Joe caught fire. We've seen that lately. He's a big second-half scorer, 26 of his career high, 34 tonight, but he had a couple of big steals here at the late, too, that helped turn that tie game into a 4-point lead, and Arkansas never looked back.
What about Mason Jones? Because he had 13, but the 9 assists, huge.
Yeah, and you know, Mason Jones is a guy that has been the guy to kind of throw those daggers. It was not Isaiah Joe's night to do that, and he recognized that. And I think Mason did a good job of distributing the ball and getting it to the hot hand. And that's what you do in team basketball. You ride the hot hand, and guys play within the framework and help each other out. And that's how you win ball games.
We're kind of up there shaking our heads. We're like, really? Ole Miss is 96% from the free throws drive?
69% shooting team coming in from the free throw line tonight. They go 25 of 26. Arkansas started 4 of 9, but guess what? They made their last 18 free throws. And that's how you go on the road and win. You had to match that, that efficiency at the free throw line if you're Arkansas. Overall in the game they didn't, but in the second half they absolutely did, and they had to.
21 points off turnovers. When you look at Arkansas, the way they were able to create there in this game, obviously given the fact that in transition they got some easy buckets, but then buckets where there was just enough separation for Isaiah Joe to release.
Yeah, they were plus 14 in points off turnovers, and they were minus 12 on the glass, but only minus 7 in second chance points. So they won that battle when you compare the points off turnovers to the second chance points, and that was huge for a road win.
I'm going to go back to the free throws because Jimmy Witt, somebody who's a grad transfer, second stint at Arkansas for Witt, to make those free throws and seal it, and that confidence that he has going to the charity stripe. We were sitting there talking, you wanted the ball in Mason Jones' hand to obviously get the opportunity to shoot those free throws, but Witt gets the opportunity, and he nails them both.
Well, and Arkansas got a little lucky there. Mason slipped over here in the corner, but he got the ball to Jimmy, presence of mind. Jimmy stepped up and knocked it down. That's what you want from a fifth-year senior. Look, Arkansas now 3-2 in true road games, picks up that first SEC road win, 4-2 away from Bud Walton Arena, but as you start moving through the grind of the SEC, getting a split on the road early like this is big under a first-year coach and a team still trying to figure things out, I think.
Another guy who was critical, Desi Sills. You look at the sophomore from Jonesboro. He had 9 points, no turnovers, made some big plays. It wasn't just offensively. Some of the things that he did late defensively as well.
Yeah, and Desi's that guy that sometimes Arkansas, when the things aren't working on the perimeter, he's a guy that's going to drive in. We know Jimmy Witt can score in the mid-range, but Desi's that guy that will go in there, absorb contact. He may hit the floor hard, but he's going to finish his share and get to the free throw line, and that's what you need also when you go on the road. You need a guy like that can grind it out and help you get over the finish line.
I want to talk about some of the adjustments made by Kermit Davis. We talked about it off camera. This guy's a really good coach. We saw in his years at MTSU, won a lot of games here, all-time winningest coach at MTSU. Second year at Ole Miss, they were really, really resilient and really made a nice run there last season, going all the way to the NCAA tournament. But this season, he's got a 9-6 team. They made adjustments through the zone at Arkansas. They had some issues, but then Eric Musselman comes back. They adjust. They kind of create some spacing. They made some things happen there late against Ole Miss.
Yeah, and Ole Miss's guards are really good. We know LSU had good guards, bigger guards that kind of went in and just got the ball up on the glass. They either finished all the way at the basket or they got it on the glass in LSU. We saw what they did there. These guards are really good and crafty. They can, if you cut them off, they've got craft in their game where they can turn around and make a play and still finish. These little guards finishing at the rim and in the mid-range, and they gave Arkansas fits, but I thought down the stretch, Arkansas started getting turnovers and getting those guys uncomfortable, and that helped turn the tide.
Yeah, a couple other notes. Breon Tyree, 27 for Ole Miss. Preseason first team All-SEC is Tyree. And Arkansas minus 12 in rebounding. Arkansas able to overcome that and get the win by 4. Recruiting, we got some big things happening when Arkansas takes on Kentucky at home next Saturday.
Well, the icon for ESPN's coming in, Dick Vitale, and Arkansas is going to have its share of recruits in. A couple of guys that are committed from that 2020 class in-state. Devontae Davis signed with Arkansas. He's supposed to be there. Jalen Williams, the big man out of Fort Smith Northside, he's supposed to be in for that game, and he's committed. And then you've got 2021 five-star Harrison Ingram out of the Dallas area. He's coming in. He said it's probably going to be an official visit. And then another Arkansas kid from the 2021 class, Taryn Williams, a 6'5" wing out of Mariana Lee. Arkansas shown interest. He took an unofficial visit in August, and he will be in for a visit well. And I think maybe more players now we'll learn maybe through the week some more guys that might be coming in.
Excited for Vandy and Arkansas coming up Wednesday at Bud Walton Arena. One more note, Aaron Nesmith, stress fracture in his right foot, out for the season. So Nesmith, 23 points per game, done for the year. Probably going to turn pro. We'll see how things play out. Commodores coming to town. Arkansas, 13-2 overall, 2-1 in the SEC.